Well, I like grew up in a really like small town, and I felt like you kind of had to like keep yourself busy, you know? Like I feel like my closest neighbor is like a mile away, so I had to, you know, you have to find interesting ways to stay busy, like be outside, things like that. But a lot of times, like my dad always says that when he couldn't find me as a kid, that it was typically because I was like up doing art up in the kitchen for like hours. So I've been doing it ever since I can remember, you know, and I feel like in this area, it didn't, when I was a kid, there wasn't a lot of artists and stuff in the area, but I feel like I was really encouraged by like close family members and things like that. And if it wasn't for my family, like, I don't know if I would have had the courage, you know, to like go out there and really like pursue it. So I went to Edinburgh for a fine arts degree and psych minor, and I decided I came back and I didn't want that dream to die, so I made the studio, and I just want to share that with people. I want to make like a healing space where people can create and just come in and be themselves and show their talents. So yeah, that's my dream. I'm like really into hiking, running, and yoga. Those are like all my go-to outlets. But I know pretty much all the trails in the area. I would say, like, I go the whole way from Greenwood Furnace down to Cowan's Gap. So I often after work, if it's not too late or it's not dark yet, I like to do the 1,000 steps and just wander. You know, I feel like we need alone time to kind of heal sometimes. So do that, and yeah, it's kind of how I clear my head, aside from art. I think that when you're like overstimulated, even with like your phones and things like that, sometimes we're just like too connected in people's worlds, like people outside of ourselves. And I feel like we need to like connect with ourselves more. And I feel like that's where, like I talked about yoga earlier. Yoga, like you're really, you know, focusing on your breathing, you're focusing on the movements. And and with hiking, I feel like you're not really like going somewhere, you know, but you are getting away and you're going to a beautiful place, you know, even if it's by yourself, you know, you need to experience those things. I feel like it makes me feel more myself, you know. That's where like I personally feel like I like connect with God. So, but I feel like everyone has like they have their God, you know, whether that be, you know, mine is the Christian God. That's my faith. But I feel like even in my time, in a lot of my art, I go from like, I feel like I have positives and negatives, and I feel like no matter like how dark things are, I feel like there's still hope, you know, at the end of the tunnel, you know, and I feel like that's like my God, you know. I feel like when things are like going really bad and things like that, you know, I feel like I need to keep my eye on that little like glimmer, you know, and I feel like that's God being like, it's going to be okay, you know, keep going. And with this studio even, I feel like a lot of that had to do with trust in Him, because I felt a calling to, you know, be here and now. I would say when I'm like creating, I feel like I really do. I feel God with me during that time period, because I feel like that's kind of where art is like a therapy for me, you know, and that's where I feel like I'm like letting go and I'm putting things, even if it's like one of my abstractions or like one of my non-objective art pieces, it's like that's therapeutic for me, just to let go and, you know, move forwards. And I feel like I don't know how to like explain that any further, I guess.